and thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miriam, and I'm a numerologist. I am a person, and people have called me a lot of things. An oracle, a prophet. I don't really like those. Um, I am Miriam, so you can call me that. Today, I am back at it with number generation randomly. On Google, I have it to where I did 1 to 9 ones. And so you want me to tell you that number? I think it's 111 million 111,111. Okay? So I'm going to randomly generate any number in that, and we will see. I'll pop it on the screen once. Oh, here, I'll just kind of show you where it's at. Right here. Um, so yeah, this is just a 10 saying, hey, here we go again. I'm going to generate it real quick, and then I'm going to write it down. Ooh, that already looks good. 70759 810. Go ahead and give it a pause, and so you can write it down too, because I'm taking it off the screen now. All right. So that being said, let's just do a quick little calculac. While I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and let you know what's been going on in my life lately. Not a lot, but also a lot at the same time. It's actually pretty cool. I get to be a little bit lazy. I get to have like a little bit of fun and whatnot. I'm already done calculating, but I just want to tell you about how things are, and they're okay. They're okay. I've been figuring out my food journey, which is interesting. I am currently eating meat and salt. That's my main thing. I have past like week or so I've been eating blueberries and cantaloupe, and that seemed to be okay, but then I don't know, it seems like to maybe not be okay, so I'm just trying to start from scratch again. Maybe I just introduced them too close together, but we shall see. Anyway, so 707-59810 14149559101. So you don't have to break it down in the way that I broke it down, which is like I will like couple them up just for my own mental math. But if we just start pushing them down and pushing them that way, that's how it would be. So it would be like you would get like a 5, and then a 9, 8, and then a 1, and then an 8, 1, a 1, 8, 1, and then a 9. But in total, you get a 1, a 10. Starting over. The thing that we essentially started with, that first little 10, they're saying they mean what they say. This is a 10-10 moment, okay? Not only did they say 10, they mean 10. And this is how they mean it. You're going to 10 it up. And there's nothing that you have to do about it. It's just there for you. This is a beginning that is karmic and cyclical and just a part of the track that was built. It's something that is within you. So you have all the tools within you that you can do it. And you can expand into those tools if you need to. It'll be actually pretty easy. It'll be about the things that are easy for you to do, things that kind of bring you relaxation. Pay attention to the energy around you. Okay? So, if you're having trouble paying attention to the energy around you, try and isolate a little bit. Try not necessarily like isolate, because that word can have like quite a negative connotation. But I will say, gosh, I feel like I'm just talking so fast. Anyway, try and go out into nature. Try and get to a point where you can find stability, foundation, where you feel like yourself. So if that is being alone, great. If you feel like the most yourself when you're standing in front of a bunch of people on stage, then go find a way to do that, even if it's a bunch of strangers, you know? Um, but this is ultimately about your path as the individual that you are, like your specific path. And the thing is, too, like I talk about how confirmation burp, how some people's paths are very like parallel to each other. And it seems like it's parallel for a very, very long time, and then eventually it intersects. And that's cool. That's fun. But then it's only for a moment, and then the paths continue on a seemingly parallel trajectory. Um, but sometimes, like, you are the path that's going directly perpendicular to those parallel paths. And some people are the constantly in perpendicular. Okay? And that might be you. All that matters is that you are aligned. um, you're going from one point to another, from birth to death. And whatever way that lifetime, that lifespan, that line goes, it will also, I mean, how can I say it? There will, thank you. I will stay in the call. There are some people who are just meant to be in opposition, or not necessarily in opposition, but in a different direction in order to create a proper saturation of the human experience. Mm. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't like that. Try to not pop my neck, but sometimes people be a pain in it. And so even whenever it comes to making videos and posting and being like an oracle of sorts, or just like providing a numerological update here and there, um, I just do it whenever I feel like doing it. And there was a time that I felt like doing it every single day, but I also didn't really have much else going on. And then that kind of created this momentum of other things going on. So then I would just do those instead. And then I was still doing my numerology stuff, but just in different ways, in ways that are more just living my own patterns, living my own numbers. But yesterday, and the only reason why I'm making a video today is because yesterday I got a thought in my head. One of many thoughts that popped in my head yesterday, but those thoughts that were popping in my head yesterday really did kind of like, there was this synchronistic situations going on with the, like, I would be thinking about something while I'm driving, and it turns out that person was texting me while I was driving, like while I was thinking about them, and I know that because I looked at the time while I was thinking about them. But stuff like that. And one of the thoughts was about this YouTube channel, the small steps that I took to feel comfortable just being imperfect on here, and the small acts of kindness I saw from people, and just support and all of that. And I was thinking about that. And then I hear they had to do things alone, as if I was doing anything with you guys. But in the same way that, like, I like to be alone. Like, I like to learn a little bit of something, but then, like, let me go take that and absorb it and comprehend it. And I think in my specific case, I get overwhelmed. And it was almost like spiritually, I was allowing, I guess, my portion of the collective to be overwhelmed, like in my collective, with the duty of making sure that people got the messages as if they're not still getting the messages around them. Like the main confirmation burp, the main reason why anybody can even pick up on the messages that I'm delivering is because they're already seeing the numbers in their life. Like that's why they come here. I will just read people's numbers, and same for whatever you're gonna end up doing, whatever it is. There's something that you specifically, that's you. That's you. And sometimes it can be really hard to hear who you are, the heartbeat of who you are, when there's so much noise from the lifetime that you've experienced, muddying up the noise. It's clear that the people who find my channel are highly gifted people. And even those gifts sometimes lead to the feeling of great betrayal of our own self to our bodies. At least speaking personally, it just feels like sometimes I'm going crazy, you know? And not really to my own self all the time, but I know that the things that I try and articulate would be considered relatively unhinged to a lot of people. And whenever I go up to people and start talking about numbers and essences and start giving them a reading based off of stuff, you know, it can be a bit unsettling. And I think that that's something that we all have in common. Maybe not every single one of y'all who watches this will do that, but I think there's something in particular that sets you off to where you can just talk about it for a long time, whatever that is. And some people call that a special interest. But sometimes that's just the current station that you're on, or that's the current message that you're sending out. And that can change once it's out, once you've put it out into the universe, once the right person has heard it. Because sometimes you might have to post the same thing again and again and again, and then finally you'll get a new download. Because there are certain people who are meant to hear it at certain times with you wearing a certain outfit because like they like that color on you. There are certain people who are meant to see you whenever you have just a little bit of rasp in your voice from being sick just a few days ago or something. So there are some people who just have to hear you say the exact same words that somebody else said verbatim, but they just need to see you say it instead. Like if you somehow took my everything that I said today and transcribed it and then said exactly this, but with your face on it, that will get more of an audience and more of the people getting along these messages or whatever and hear the things that they need to in order to have enlightenment. Um, and that's what I'm about. Like I'm totally cool with doing the work. I'm totally cool with coming here and showing up and being like, yes, I'm here. I'll tell everyone. I'll talk to everyone. Blah blah blah. But some people just don't give a damn about what I have to say, and that's okay. That's not their job. Their job is not to give a damn. I'm just gonna keep talking, even if it's over here in a corner. I'm literally just gonna just do my thing. Okay. What I can say is that whatever your focus is going to be, it's time for you to invest in yourself to actually focus on it. Okay? There's this like clarity that is coming upon you soon. Like you might have been experiencing headaches lately, neck aches. Like I've been feeling that just moment. I've been trying to not talk about it. Um, my neck. I did that neck crack earlier, but it was because I was feeling tense in my neck. And I do my own stuff that causes tension in my neck. So could totally just be my neck. But there's this belief that there's a lot of head stuff, ear stuff, neck stuff, whenever there's this vibrational raising. They always talk about it going up. But there's ringing even if you're going down. It doesn't necessarily tell you if you're doing better sometimes. Or if better is even like, better is not even technically positive. So, um, yeah, I feel like that I came on here to ramble, I guess, a little bit, and to let y'all know that it's, and so our story begins. Okay,